Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon. So last time, things got really real, right? The actual villain of our story, I guess, finally showed up and his name is Vlov, if I'm correct. And yeah, we had a battle there. Arcuade and Shiki nearly died, I suppose, but they got through it. So anyways, let us continue. Let us see what happens today. Arcoade's room doesn't exactly scream vampire, so we are in Arcoade's apartment, by the way. Yeah, this is where Shiki went. I wasn't in the right state of mind last time, so I didn't get a look, or a good look, but it's just a normal apartment. There isn't a bottle of blood in sight. No mysterious sculptures or antiques either.
冷蔵庫に食器まで完備してるし、何なんだろうな、こいつ。
I mean, yeah, why do you need a fridge, by the way? I mean, you're a vampire, right? You don't eat anything, technically? Why do you need a fridge? Maybe she can eat ice cream, right? I muttered to myself as I lay her down on bed sheets. Arcuade might be light, but that doesn't make it any less exhausting to have carried her all the way here. I plant myself right there on the floor and catch my breath. It's just about 7 o'clock.
そっか。カーテン閉めてやらないと。
I force one last ounce of strength into my tired bones and shut the curtains. And with that, my body finally releases the tension it'd been holding on to all this time. As I try to sit back down, my knees give out and send me crashing down onto the floor.
情けない。女の子一人運んだだけで、これか。
Ever since my accident, my body's been slow to heal from injuries. Though that was never cause for me to shy away from working out. The Arima's at a dojo, so I always made sure to exercise as much as I could. Even a common cold can be dangerous if you don't take care of yourself. But since I've kept active, I'd say I'm about fit as anyone. It's just my stamina that's awful. Like an athlete geared for a single sport, I'm a sprinter that isn't going to be winning any marathons. Now that I'm lying on the ground, there's no way I'm getting up again. I spent the entire night talking to Arcuade, and it's been a full day since I had anything decent to eat. It's kinda amazing that I've managed to hold out this long, frankly.
アルクエイド、傷大丈夫かな。
I steal a glance at the girl in the bed. Her abdomen seems to have stopped bleeding, and if she can come back to life after being dismembered, I'm not really sure I need to be worried in the first place. I mean, yeah.
どうかしてるな。
My head throbs like I have a fever. I'm so tired, I can barely breathe, yet here I am, more worried about her than about myself. Maybe I really am coming down with something. Yeah, this past couple episodes we have, it's mostly Shiki and Arcuade, back and forth between them, I mean. Conversations and all. But I think the best scene for me so
この
far.
衝突事故はオートバイのブレーキペダルが何らかの異常をきたしており、ブレーキの効かない状態で急な坂道を降りたことが原因とみられています。
But the best scene for me by far is, I guess, the scene where she was teaching us about the vampires. That was really good. Okay. No volume for that? I mean, the voice was very low.
負傷者は2名。幸い死者はおりませんでした。
寝ちゃったのか、俺。
I guess I was tired enough to pass out right on the floor. It looks like someone opened the curtains and covered me with a blanket while I was still snoozing. I'd wager it's past noon by now. The TV is switched on and playing the same old news in the background. I looked at the bed but I don't see Arcade. How many days has it been, by the way? Yeah, we haven't gone home yet.
あいつ、どこに
I prop myself up to get a better look around. There's a hint of movement coming from the kitchen in the next room.
あんな体のくせに、何動き回ってるんだ
I shrug off the blanket as I lurch to my feet. I'd better head to the kitchen and check on her wounds. That's a vampire. Knows how to cook, by the way.
本日未明、倉見橋ドームホテルで火災が発生しました。内部からの火災警報はなく、午前6時、業務に戻ったスタッフがホテル内の異常を発見し、警察に通報。
Okay, so I guess now they noticed this.
現在、消防署と連携を取りながら、ホテル内の消火作業を続けている模様です。
I freeze in place. My gaze is drawn back to the newscast.
ホテルに宿泊していた200名の安否は未だ確認されておりません。現在、消火作業は急ピッチで進められていますが、未だホテル内から要救助者は1名も発見されず。
So literally everyone, yeah, every guest is gone now. The news anchor continues droning on about the details in a detached voice. A list of 200 names scrolls across a photo of the hotel we stayed at last night. Neither our Kuwait nor my name is listed.
また、警察の調べによると、ホテル内の壁が一部破損していることから、通常の火災ではなく、ホテルの構造欠陥による爆発事故である可能性も考慮に。
I turned off the TV. 200 guests remained unaccounted for. They have yet to find any survivor. I mean, like, if they were not eaten or whatever, yeah. Vampire Vlov could have just taken most of them, right? If they already know what they know, why hold out on telling everyone the truth? That every last person in the hotel was engulfed by those insane flames and burnt to a crisp, leaving nothing behind. Or maybe, yeah, maybe there were bodies there, but with the intense flame, it just pretty much burned them, right? Like literally burned them and nothing was left. I resist the urge to hurl. I can't, not here, not now. Simply feeling sick would make me no better than swine. After coming out of that alive, the only thing I should let myself feel is a hatred. 200 people of whom not a trace remains, who were massacred without a shred of sympathy or mercy. Whose face flares vividly in my mind. I don't know who he is. But honestly, this guy, when I look at him, he doesn't look like, let's say, main villain. Yeah, I'm not getting main villain vibes from this guy. It just looks like he's a secondary villain. I kinda looks like that. Yeah, at least the way when I look at him, yeah. I don't get that feeling that, oh, he is, like, legit the big bad guy of this game. I don't know why. Maybe there's someone more? Who knows? Is my heart numb from all the things I saw? Fear still courses through my veins. Anger too, coiling around like a snake. Yet my thoughts remain cool and collected. It's like my brain and my heart are working on two different frequencies. Just thinking about that fur-clad man makes me want to rage, yet my fingertips tingle with alertness, primed for action. I don't need emotions to know what to do. I don't need fire or heat or passion. All I need to do is cleanly cut through his lines.
気がついたの、シキ。
Arcade pokes her head out from the kitchen.
こ 怖い顔しちゃって何かあった？
Maybe Arcade was making food for us, right? Arcade talks to me casually like nothing happened.
いや、別に。おはよ
おはよう。朝の挨拶をするなんて珍しい経験で。
Her sweet smile takes me by surprise, and I need to swallow hard to even out my breathing. The cold thoughts of vengeance that clogged my mind melt like snow before the sun. What am I even thinking about? Get it together, Shiki. The whole reason you got up in the first place was to check on Arcade.
う。アルクエイド、傷はいいのか？
Arcade.
傷？ええ、とりあえず問題ないわ。
Arcade seems to be just fine. I mean, come on, it's just a wound. You literally dismembered her, right? And the next day she was fine. Come on. It looks like she's back to the way she was before, if anything. She's definitely looking better than I'm feeling right about now.
そうか。それならよかった。
At least the person in my immediate vicinity is safe. What the hell am I talking about? Arcade isn't even a person, at least not in the usual sense. How did I forget that? I must still be half asleep.
でもまあ、いいことには変わりはないよな。お前の傷、大したことじゃなかったんだから。
へえ、どうしたのよ、シキ。ちょっと前までは私のこと化け物呼ばわりしてたくせに。
あのな、ちょっと前までじゃなくて、今でもそう思ってる。でもそれとこれとは別問題だろ。助けてもらったら感謝ぐらいはするさ。
助けたって私がシキを？
Arcade's eyes are wide with surprise. Did she not even realize she rescued me?
そうだよ。お前は俺を助けてくれたんだよ。だから、今更だけど、かばってくれてありがとう。お前に引っ張られなかったら、俺も焼け死んでいたところだ。
ありがとうって。別にいいよ、そんなこと考えなくて。シキがブローブと出会った原因は私にあるんだし、シキに感謝される資格はないもの。
助けられたのも事実だろ。アルクエイドは俺をかばってくれた。その点だけは本当に感謝してる。
確かに事実だけ見ればそうだけど、やっぱりそれは違うよ、シキ。見張り役を引き受けなければあなたはあんな目には合わなかった。シキの生活に毒を混ぜたのは私よ。あなたは私を憎みこそすれ、感謝するのは間違ってるんじゃない？
Arcade has gotten weirdly caught up on this.
間違ってないよ。自分の行動は自分で責任を持つしかない。ずっと昔にそういうことを教えてくれた人がいたんだ。
I mean, I chose the other, what do you call this? Another choice earlier earlier, right? But we ended up in a dead end. So we needed to stay with Arcade anyways.
周りがどうあれ、自分が望んでやったことは自分の手で決着をつけなさいって。
Which is why I don't hold the slightest grudge against her over the whole guard thing either. If there's anyone to blame for getting me into this mess, it's myself.
そっか。言われてみれば盾が必要になったのはシキが私を殺したからだものね。ならあなたを巻き込んだことについて私が謝る必要はないってこと？
ああ、そういうこと。自業自得なんだよ、今の俺は。
自業自得か。うん、シキってば初めから運が悪かったのね。人を殺すにしたって私以外の子にしておけばこんなことにはならなかっただろうし。
あのな。
That's assuming I would have killed someone else at all. It's not like I make a habit out of stalking people down the street and murdering them. Arcade was the first and only person for whom I ever felt that uncontrollable urge to kill. But the thing is, for Shiki, right? Yeah, when he did that, it's like it was instinct, I suppose, right? He was not in control. And then when he was fighting last episode, he said that actually, right? He said like, my body is kind of moving on its own, like it knows what to do or whatever. So yeah, he really knows how to fight or something. I don't know. And I have a feeling I wouldn't just feel that for anyone else.
Oh.
We need to know more of Shiki's past. Yeah, we need to know.
何？忘れ物でも思い出したの？
いや、忘れ物というか、なんていうか。考えてみれば、どうして俺はお前を殺そうなんて思ったんだろう。
Yeah, why did I want to kill you? Arcoade knits her brows in disapproval. A fair reaction. You wouldn't want to hear that your murderer doesn't even know why they killed you. Look at her face. Like, why did I have to die?
理由なんてないんじゃない？だって、シキは根っからの殺人鬼なんだから。
は？
Dude, imagine if Shiki was a serial killer, right?
私を襲った時なんてすごく手慣れていたものね。
But then again, right? They did say that the serial killer was like draining blood or something. So I guess it's a vampire, right? So I guess it's Volova, I mean. Okay, never mind.
チャイムを押して扉が開いた瞬間に手を差し込んできて、有無を言わさず中に押し入る。こっちが驚いている間に狙撃で生命活動を停止させて、あとはザックザクに切り裂いてバラバラにする。うん、あの不意打ちは完璧だった。どのくらい完璧だったかっていうと、あの時の指揮をそのままキャンバスに閉じ込めれば、それ以上はないほどの絵になるぐらい完璧だった。私がまだ正常なままだったら、お城に持ち帰って飾ってあげたいぐらい。
Arcoade excitedly rattles off a litany of bizarre praise. But there's just one issue.
けど、今回は殺した相手が悪かったわね。シキが今まで何人殺してきたかは知らないけど、獲物に私を選んだ時点で年貢の納め時だったんじゃない？何よ、さっきから怖い顔して。言いたいことがあるならはっきり言えばいいのに。私とあなたの間で今さら我慢することなんてないでしょ？
How right she is. I nod and beckon her to come closer.
何？内緒話？
Arcoade closed the gap between us quickly, eyes sparkling with anticipation. I bring my lips to her ear and decide to say my piece.
あのな、アルクエイド。
何？
One, two.
そんなわけないだろ、このバカ女！
My voice echoes throughout the apartment. I blasted Arcoade's eardrums with all the volume I could muster. Oh my god. Arcoade groans as she makes a big show clutching her ear.
もう、あったまきた！突然何するのよ、シキ！
怒りたいのはこっちの方だ！なんか微妙にめちゃくちゃな注文してきやがるかと思えば、お前、そういうことだったのか。
え？そういうことって何？
俺をイカれた殺人鬼だと思い込んで、化け物相手に盾になれとか見張りをやれとか、無茶な注文をしてきたことだよ。
Is that it?
ああ、もう、とんでもない勘違いをしやがって。いいか、この際言っておくけど、俺は殺人鬼でも殺人狂でもない。人を殺すなんて、お前が初めてだったんだから。
My confession must have come as quite a surprise. Her sheer shock makes me finally realize how extraordinarily it was that I murdered her.
嘘。あんなに手慣れてて、あれが初めてだったっていうの？シキ。
The way she's blushing.
そうだよ。こんなおかしな目を持ってるけど、俺だってそれなりに、できるだけ真面目に生きてきたんだ。この線を使って人を殺したいなんて思ったことは一度もない。
ふん。それじゃあどうして見ず知らずの私を殺したりしたのよ。
だからそれが
I'm about to tell her I don't know, but pause as I realize just what a coward I am.
あの時俺はお前と街ですれ違った途端吐きそうなぐらい気になって
From the second I saw her, I could only think of her snow white form. I couldn't stop the lust welling up beneath my skin, nor the vulgar grin that crept across my face as I chased her down.
俺
Oh
は
my, can you stop showing this?
そのまま
So, oh my, this.
気がついたら君をこの手で
Right here in this room, without any rhyme or reason, I chopped up that beautiful figure and stood in the puddle of her bloody remains.
そうか
Strength evaporates from my body. No longer able to stand, I dropped on my knees. Of course, I don't have any right to be angry with Arcuade. Even if she's alive now, even if she was never human to begin with. The fact remains that I killed her with my own two hands.
何よ、またいきなり黙っちゃって。そうかって、何がそうなの、シキ。
だからごめんって言わなくちゃいけない
I've been using how weird this all is to avoid doing something incredibly important.
ごめんごめんなアルクエイド俺は君をここで殺した俺は何よりそのことを一番最初に謝らないといけなかったのに
I mean, I guess he didn't say sorry. Yeah, when he saw her near the school, right? He was just panicking technically, and he ran away. And then he never said sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, by the way, that I did that to you. No wonder Arcuade thought I was just some cold-blooded killer. Without showing any guilt or remorse, I've been acting like I was the victim. Not just that, even now, I still don't know why.
殺したのは事実なんだだから俺は罰を受けないといけない
What I did was beyond evil. A person who decides to take a life without reason doesn't deserve to walk free.
そう。シキは本当に自分でも理由がわからないのね。
I nod, still hanging my head.
つまり、楽しいとも感じなかったってことでしょ？うん。確かに殺人鬼の中には息をするみたいに人を殺すやつもいるけど、シキは普段はまともっぽいよね。
そうだな一応そのつもりだけど
いえ、まっとうすぎるぐらいまともよ、あなたは。それで、殺したくなったのは私だけなの？
ああアルクエド以外にはそんな気持ちにはならなかった
なんだ、なら問題ないじゃない。ほら、顔を上げてシキ。あなたは殺人鬼なんかじゃないよ。
I lift my head as if I've been forgiven. Arcuade is smiling, brimming with such confidence and trust that it startles me. I killed her. But she believes in me more than I believe in myself.
それに何の罰も受けなくていいと思う。たまたまシキが殺したいって思った相手が私で、厄介なことにシキにはこれ以上ない殺人技巧が備わっていた。けど、都合のいいことに私が吸血鬼だったんだから、誰も死んでないでしょ？だからシキがそんなに悩む必要はないよ。人間たちの社会の道徳も気にしなくていいと思う。人間にあなたは弾劾できない。 だって今のところ世界で式を責めていいのは被害者である私と当事者である式本人だけなんだから。
Honestly, her personality and what is the word for that? But yeah, she's too good, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, please be like this. No, what I mean is, like don't bait us. Like, oh, she's very nice this time, and then later on in the story, she's gonna be bad, right?
それはそうだけど、お前を殺したっていう事実だけは決して変わらないじゃないか。
Even if what Arkowitz says is true, even if there's no proof that any crime occurred, I'm still going to carry this sin with me forever.
それは当然よ。私だってまだ根に持ってるんだから。そう簡単に忘れられちゃ困るわ。だけどね、シキ。ちゃんとあなた本人がそう思えてずっと後悔していくんなら問題はないんじゃない？
That'd just be cheating my way out though.
シキ、人間の中にはね、どんなに世の中を恨んでいても悪魔に魂を売れない人がいるわ。例えば、吸血鬼相手にごめんなさいなんて言える正直者とかね。だから大丈夫。誰がなんて言ったって、シキ本人がそうじゃないって言い切ったって、シキはまだそっち側の世界にいられるよ。
I'm at a loss for words. How can she say such kind, reassuring words to the man who murdered her?
ほら、そんなことより私たちにはもっと厄介な問題があるでしょ。シキの目も覚めたんだし、今後のことを話し合いたいんだけど。
Wait, what? She passed out.
あ、
It's like someone flipped a switch. One moment Arkowade is cheerfully chattering away, and the next she's on the ground.
アルクエイド！
I rushed to her side.
参ったな。やっぱりまだ無理みたい。
Her breathing is labored, and beads of sweat glisten across her brow. My eyes wander to her abdomen, where the slightest trace of red has started to seep through her white sweater. So she is actually still injured?
お前、この傷。
That's the one she incurred while protecting me in the hotel.
グローブに裂かれたところね。シキにやられたせいで治りが遅くなってるだけよ。
Okay, so technically, yes, it's Shiki's fault. And now, I guess this is a whole story. We're gonna protect her.
とりあえず傷口だけは塞いでおいたんだけど、あんまり効果はなかったみたい。
Or rather, not protect her, rather, she's killable, I suppose, right? Maybe? I mean, look at her now, right? She's weak. Her tone is still cheery as ever. Don't kill her in the end, please. But I notice an undercurrent of pain shuddering around the edges.
塞いでおいたって、何で？
それ。
Arkowade gestures at a brown object wrapped haphazardly on the wooden floor. At a glance, I mistake it for a small ring cake, but upon closer inspection, I realize it's a packing tape.
バカも休みにしろ！ガムテープで傷口を縛る奴がどこにいるってんだ！
もう、あんまり人のことバカバカ連呼しないでよ。なんだか本当にそうなのかなって考えちゃうじゃない。
うるさい！いいから傷口を見せろ！
I reach out a hand to lift her shirt, and Arkowade quickly steps away from me, dropping backwards onto the bed with a soft thud.
ふざけるな。傷口が開いたらどうするつもりだ？
いいよ、こんなの放っておいたって。シキこそバカな真似はやめてよね。女の子の服を剥ごうなんて使徒よりタチが悪いわよ。
あのな、俺はお前を人間として見てないんだから、男も女もないだろ。ほら、いいからおとなしくしてろ。俺をかばった傷で死なれたら一生負い目ができちまう。
Arkowade pouts and glares at me for a moment, but ultimately rolls over the bed in my direction. Her lips still firmly shut, she gets back on her feet with a childlike reluctance. She's sulking about it, but it looks like she'll at least let me take a look.
よし。どんな手当てをしたのか、ちょっと見せてみろ。
Jesus, look at that. What is that bandage? Arcoade lifts her sweater to reveal her abdomen.
But
I mean, the amount of tape. Was it tape? Yeah, it doesn't even look like bandage. It just looks like tape, though. I have to resist the urge to go off on a tirade again. The tape is tightly wrapped around not just her wounds, but her entire abdomen. The second she lowers her shirt again, I pull Arcoade up into my arms.
何するのよ、シキ。
ベッドに寝かすんだよ。病院に連れて行きたいのは山々だけど、そういうわけにはいかないだろ。
Dude, what is that tape in her body, though? I place her back onto the bed as gently as I can.
いいか、俺が戻ってくるまで絶対に動き回るなよ。さっきみたいに歩き回ったら、お前のことなんて忘れてさっさと逃げるからな。
I quickly scan the room. Not a first aid kit or even bandage in sight. I guess you don't need any of that when you can revive whenever you want to. And hell, this might be the first time she's ever needed medical treatment. I feel around to check how much I have on me. 2,000 yen in cash. Not a lot.
いや、見栄を張ってる場合じゃない。アルケード、お前金持ちだって言ったよな。
I mean, she is. She's 800 years old. If you're a vampire, right? And then you reach 800 years old. If you are not rich by then, it's on you, man. Yeah. Like you would be rich naturally if you're that old.
うん。お金には不自由してないけど、それが何よ。
現金でもカードでも、とにかく貸してくれ。手当に必要なものを買い込んでくれ。お前に効果があるかどうかはわからないけど、最低限の手当ぐらいしよ
う。いいけど、無駄かもしれないよ。
無駄でもやるんだ。そのまま放っておけるもんか。
わかった。私も体の作りそのものはシキたちと同じなんだし、それなりに意味はあるかもしれないし。
Arcoade holds out a wad of 10,000 yen bills in front of me. I'm not even going to ask where she pulled this stack of bills from.
お前は黙って横になってろ。あ、でも眠っちゃダメだからな。横になってもちゃんと起きてるんだぞ。
シキ、すごく無茶な注文してるよ、それ。
無茶だけどやれ。眠ると体の機能は低下する。免疫力とか抵抗力な。なんで、傷が塞がっていないまま寝ると、ますます悪化するんだそうだ。睡眠で回復するのは頭の疲れだけで、傷や病気は治してくれないだろう。だから、とりあえず手当てをするまでは起きていた方がいい。へえ。
うん、それってその通りよ。
あのさ、なんで笑うんだよ、そこで。
だって、シキが頼りになるんだもん。
She must have a screw loose somewhere. But I keep from saying anything. I need to get back to the job at hand. I leave her bedroom and remove my bloodstained jacket before I head out. Time to go shopping. Someone is here. Wait, what? Something in the kitchen catches my eye as I head for the exit.
飯だ。
Oh, she cooked food for him. Sitting at the table is a meal, or rather a plate of food. Maybe a mismatch of ingredients would be more accurate. At the very least, I think it was something supposed to resemble food. This must be why Arcoade was in the kitchen earlier. She said she normally doesn't eat anything, so I don't exactly need to guess who she was preparing all this food for. Can you show me the food?
もう、なんなんだ、あいつ。
Hey, they didn't show the food. In Witch and the Holy Night, they showed the food there. And it was insane. Yeah, the graphics, I mean. They were showing like ramen there, or noodles or whatever. And it was so nice the way they showed it. The way they presented the food, I mean. But for this, they didn't even show it. I'm annoyed. I can't stay here a second longer. I dash into town, hoping to find something that'll help her heal. Yeah, the food in Witch in the Holy Night. When Sojiro cooked some food, it was so good. Yes. The animation, I mean. At least that was my intention, but it's not like I've ever given first aid before. I'll just buy whatever supplies come to mind. Disinfectant, gauze, bandages, and painkillers. Oh, and better pick up something nutritious too. Can't really go wrong with that. Thankfully, I'm not short on money. It might be my inexperience speaking, but it's better to buy too much than too little. It's not like I know what will actually work on Arcoid. With that philosophy in mind, I end up buying every single thing I can think of. I ignore her carefree giggles and protest, and instead try to apply the gauze as delicately as I can. The wound isn't that big. No, it may not be big, but at least 4 centimeters deep. A laceration across the abdomen like this would be fatal to any normal human.
こんなの全然大したことないからね。
Yeah, that's all she had to say about it. Her organs already healed up somehow. Honestly, that part is freaky, so I don't really want to think about it too hard. Since the bleeding had stopped, all I needed to do was dress the wound, though the process wasn't as smooth as I hoped it would be. I wasn't sure if disinfectant would do much in a wound as big as this, or if it might actually be counterproductive, but in the end I used some anyway, hoping it would help. I was a little afraid that Arcoid would crash about from the antiseptics thing, but she sat through it quietly without so much as a flinch.
今何かしたの?
I'm not sure if she's just thick-headed or indifferent to this kind of thing.
よし。
I apply the gauze to the wound and start neatly wrapping the bandages around it.
ちょっとやめてって。仕切ってはうますぎ。
Arcoid's gleeful laughter rings through the room. You don't flinch at all from antiseptic, but the bandages feel ticklish. I ignore her until I manage to pin the bandages. I've heard that tightening bandages around a wound can stem bleeding, so I give them one final tug for good measure.
もう今のは減点だよ、シキ。
Looks like I've done all I can for now. The curtains are closed again. I shut them and I returned out of concern for Arcoid.
さて、格好だけはつけてみたけど、どうかな。動けるか、アルクエド。
ええ、動く分には問題なさそう。中身はまだぐちゃぐちゃのままだから満足には動けないでしょうけど。
そうか。ま、それはそっちの方で何とかしてくれ。俺は切るのが専門で直すのは管轄外だ。
I take a step back and sit myself down against one of the walls.
お疲れさ、もう寝ていいぞ。眠って力が戻ればすぐに治るんだろ。見張っててやるからおとなしく寝ていてくれ。
寝ても傷は回復しないわ。シキも言ったでしょ、睡眠で回復できるのは疲れだけだって。私の場合ね、力は純粋な時間経過で回復するものなの。夜になればとりあえず普通に動けるぐらいには回復するわ。
She can tell me she's fine all she wants, but it tugs on my heartstrings to see her suffer like this.
いいから眠ってくれ。今のお前、話しているだけで辛そうじゃないか。
そうだけど、せっかく式が起きてるんだもの。眠るのがもったいなくって。
Arcoid sits on the bed again. She's in a full-on chatty mode.
Dog.
There's no fighting it. I've still got some things I want to know anyway, so I guess we might as well talk for a while.
アルクエイド、昨日のホテルのことを聞いていいか？
そうね。やっぱりそういう会話になるわよね。私と四季の場合。
昨日のあいつ、ブローブとか言っていたけど、
Okay, so now
あ
we're
いつは一
questioning
体
her.
何なんだ？吸血鬼なのはわかる。仰々しい服とか、お前よりよっぽどらしかったからな。けど、
Then again, there were those blue flames of his that engulfed the hallway, but burned only humans. That's totally removed from my image of a vampire. Honestly, the blue flames. I think blue flames is so cool. Like, whenever I see blue flames in any media, shows, games, or whatever, it's so cool.
私よりらしいって何よらしいって。でも確かに四季の言う通りか。あいつ体も崩れていないし原理も小規模だったし、人間が思い描くオーソドックスな吸血鬼なんでしょう。あの炎の川を覗けばね。
それだ。やっぱり、お前から見てもあの日は異常なのか？
I mean, at
あい
least
つは
right
お前より
now.
強い。
I mean, right now, this guy is definitely stronger than her. Archway heaves a sigh, tinged with annoyance.
そりゃあね、誰かさんに殺されてしまった私はあんな二流の人と戦いをするレベルまで落ちてるわよ。今の私とブローブのスケールを比べるならあっちの方がやや上ってところ。
そうか。普段のアルクエイドならなんとか倒せる相手なんだ。
なんとかって普段なら戦いになんてならない。もう誰のおかげでこんな屈辱に耐えていると思ってるの？あんな祖になりたての見習い、本当なら睨むだけでぺしゃんこにできるんだからね。
Okay, can we stop with this now? No, what I mean is like her saying like, if that certain someone didn't kill me. Yeah, stop saying it. We know already that Shiki dismembered you. That's why you're weak right now. Oops, she's angry now. That said, I'm not asking how strong she'd be in a hypothetical situation. I need to know if she's able to defeat that vampire the way things are. So how long is her recovery, by the way?
できないわ。今はブローブの方が上だもの。単純な性能で下回っているんだから、無策で戦えば殺されるわ。
Okay. No, because yeah, in this one, in Tsukihime, it looks like it's gonna be like day by day, right? So we are in what, day 5 now? So the story is just, or consists most likely probably, right? Like a day. So up to what day? Like let's say day 30, or maybe day 12, day 15, day 50, right? Maybe we're gonna get a time skip later. So our Kuwait can be, let's say, much more stronger later on, but who knows? But it feels like it's not gonna reach that. Maybe a little bit shorter, right? Because we have Shiki here, and yeah, it's looking like Shiki is the one who's gonna defend her. I mean,
ずいぶんきっぱりと言うんだな。さっきはあんなに怒ったくせに。
ただの事実よ。分かりきった話なんだから、予断も希望も挟まないわ。
the impact of her words reverberates throughout my chest. It seems our Kuwait is dead serious when it comes to fighting. Seeing her talk so coolly about death just reminds me that she's a vampire all over again.
まあ、四季の言いたいこともわかるけどね。あの炎は確かに厄介だし、ブローブ本体の力も上司にふさわしいものだし。私に少しでもあいつの知識があれば、多少の戦力差は覆せるんだろうけど。
アルクエイドはあいつを知らないのか？
How can she not know him? Didn't she come here to kill this Castellan in the first place?
私、吸血鬼に知り合いはいないわ。知り合ったということは、次の瞬間に殺しているということだもの。今回みたいに顔を合わせたのに別れたなんていうのは特例よ。
Okay, very interesting.
でもあいつの方はお前を知ってるようだったけど。
But yeah, didn't Arkawade say that or ask Vlov something like, did you kill your sire or anything or something like that, right? So basically sire, it means like the one who turned you into a vampire, correct? Or not correct, I don't know.
初対面よ。私は吸血鬼たちに知れ渡っているから、あっちが勝手に知っていただけ。他の吸血鬼たちも同様。基本的に私たちに面識はないから。
Kyuketsuki.
でも名前や素性だけは知っている。歴史を重ね、得意な能力を保有する個体ほど名前が知れ渡るのは当然でしょ。ブローブはその逆。まだ名もつけられていない新参者なんでしょうね。多分祖になって200年ぐらいかな。
Wait, 200 years is a short time? Okay. He only became an ancestor in the past 200 years. The way she's saying it, right? It's like 2 days or let's say 2 months or 2 years. That's 200 years. But then again, I guess for a vampire that is quite short, right?
またその単語か。祖ってのは何なんだ？
Yeah, explain that, explain.
まあ吸血鬼たちの王様みたいなものかな。式には関係のない話よ。
No, I actually want to know, and the way they were saying you are the true ancestor, the way Vlov was calling you, right? True ancestor?
関係あるだろ。要は城主ってやつのことか。あのゾンビたちを操ってる親玉というか。
上司と祖は必ずしも同じじゃないわ。強力な使徒ほど上司になりやすいだけで、上司はいわば地方領主みたいなものなの。
But an ancestor is way up top, right?
祖はその上、領主たちを輩出するさらに上の吸血鬼。
They're the ones who bring forth Castellans.
使徒たちの世界は27の勢力に分けられているの。27の国があると思えばいいわ。
27 different factions?
その国を滑る、あるいは国そのものとされるのが祖と呼ばれる古い吸血鬼、使徒の頂点に立つ者たちよ。
27 kingdoms and 27 rulers. Makes sense to me. I guess even vampires vie for power just like humans do.
待てよ。それとんでもない相手ってことじゃないか。
まあそうね。ブローブはまだ未熟者だけど、それでもあなたたち人間から見れば災害と変わらない。
I mean, look at what he did. The fire in the hotel and 200 people just lost just like that.
昨日のホテルもそうよ。あいつは1階から最上階までやってきただけだった。人間なんて殺す気はなかったし、心底どうでもいい存在だった。
Yeah.
でもそれだけで人間は死ぬ。あの炎はあいつがいるだけで発生する呪いのようなものだから。
He has just to exist for people to die around him. And he doesn't even care about humans. But doesn't it also mean that
俺たちがホテルに逃げたから起きたことなのか。
ええ、私がいたからブローブはやってきた。
Arkawade confirms my fears, so Shiki's gonna be like, if we were not there, those 200 people would still be alive by now. Vlov's presence might have been what killed all those people, but we were the ones responsible for bringing that disaster to their doorstep. It'd be all too easy to blame Arkawade for everything. I'd have every right to do so as a human. She's just a vampire, so she doesn't even care about human life. Vlov and her have that much in common. But then again, who was it that made it so she had to flee and hole up in a hotel somewhere? It was you. Who deserves the blame here? It was you. The answer is simple. It was you. There's only one person responsible for getting these innocent bystanders caught up in Vlov's flames. It was you, Shiki. Only one person is responsible for Arcoade's present state, and that is you. I'm the person who killed her in the first place.
シキ、同じ間違いは繰り返さないで。弱い生き物から消えていくのは当然のことでしょう。彼らが死んだのはいつの間にか自分の身を守れないように進化した人間という種全体の責任よ。人が人を殺したというのなら確かに人間社会での罪になる。けれどこれは人間と人間外のものに起きた自然淘汰の一環よ。あなた個人の責任なんて思うのは傲慢だわ。
傲慢って俺が？
ええ、あなたが人間の代表ならそれでもいいけどね。いい？例えば山の話。そこには肉食獣たちのコミュニティがあった。彼らの食事には人間も含まれていた。そしてある日、その事実を全く知らない人間たちがやってきて、彼らを残らず自分たちの営みのために全滅させた。この場合どちらに罪があるというの？人間から身を守れなかった彼ら？それとも彼らを皆殺しにした人間？
それは。
Arcoade's parable shakes me out of my self-loathing. It wasn't a fable she made up to comfort me, but one laden with scorn and disdain. The burden of guilt, the weight of life, something I, and maybe humanity in general, are overly concerned by. I understand what she's trying to say. In her story, neither the humans nor the beasts carry any sin. What happened was simply nature, the way of the world. The only fault lies with the species unable to ensure their own survival.
でもここは
The human world, a human city. This isn't a matter of humans being too weak or vampires being too strong. A city is a place where weaker humans can congregate for shelter and protection to be stronger together. So it's fair for me to question my own responsibility in bringing a vampire into that sanctuary.
そう、私も間違ってたみたい。あなたは確かに殺人鬼にはなれない人ね。
なんだよその言い方。俺が甘いっていうのか？
それ以前の問題だからここではっきりさせましょう。シキ、あなたはこれからどうするの？吸血鬼と戦う？それとも逃げる？好きな方を選んで。私はもう強制はしない。見張り役の約束は昨日一日で完了よ。
She's asking me what I plan to do next. Isn't that already obvious?
でも覚悟をして。吸血鬼と戦うということは人間の枠から外れるということ。あなたたちがどれだけ犠牲になってもそれを自分とは関係のないことだと思えなければあなたは必ず破綻する。それが間違っていると思うのなら昨日までのあなたに戻りなさい。それが人間という種の一番正しいあり方だから。
Arcoade's sharp gaze pierces right through me. I know what I should do. If I want any chance of living a normal human life, I should run. Out of all my options, distancing myself holds the best outcome for me. But what about Arcoade? What's the best for her? No, I shouldn't be thinking about her. I should be putting myself first. If I stick around here with her, I'll undoubtedly run into that monster again. He was out of this world, not just as a vampire, not just because of his flames. His very eyes were void of normality. That deadened stare bereft of emotion. Cold to all things, a creature who cares nothing for the lives of humans or even those of his vampire brethren. There's no way I could face him again. Having nearly been killed once already, I know that fact in my very bones. I've got to refuse. I have every reason to. No matter which way I look at it, this entire situation is way out of my league.
アルクエイド。俺は、
But is that the really right thing to do? I'd be abandoning Arcuade. Arcuade, the woman who's weak and unable to even move around properly, all because of me.
俺は、
Yeah, so this is what happened last time. He's gonna remember that woman that was asking for help and then died. I'm just running away. Running away from the monster that mercilessly burned his countless victims alive without so much as a second thought. Can I really pretend that never happened? Forget what I saw and live on as the only human survivor without even a pang of guilt. I'm the only one who can see the lines of death. Someone important once told me I was given these eyes because there might come a time when I'd need them. So the answer is obvious. I might not be able to rid myself of my doubts and fears. I'm not even sure I'll be able to make a meaningful contribution. But what I am sure of is that I want to do something.
四季？
アルクエイド。お前の話は、俺にはわからない。どんなに相手が違う生き物だとしても、どんなに俺が無力だとしても、責任は同じなんだ。俺はやっぱり、多くの人を見殺しにしたし、多くの人を見殺しにするのは嫌なんだ。だから今さら、自分だけ逃げるなんてできない。
I sigh deeply and stare up at the ceiling. There we go. At least my resolve is finally rock solid.
吸血鬼を倒す。それが、あのホテルにいて自分だけ生き残った。俺が取るべき責任なんだと思う。
My affirmation is just as much for myself as it is for Arcuade. Arcuade sighs as if blaming herself for my decision. Arcuade. Honestly, the name Arcuade, right? Arcuade. It's the first time I've said something like that. Arcuade.
そっか。じゃあ私は何も言わない。四季が一緒に戦ってくれるのは助かるしね。あなたならブローブなんて問題なく一撃で殺せるんだから。
いや、それは無理だろ。
I mean, you couldn't even do that last time.
あいつの周り熱くて近づけないんだから。
Yeah, he couldn't even do anything, right?
それ以前に、どうやってあいつを見つけるんだ？
見つけるって、四季ってほんと極端なのね。逃げないって決めたら、今度はこっちから攻めに行こうだなんて。
なんとなくそう思っただけだ。極端の化身みたいなお前に言われたくない。
私は効率重視なだけよ。まあいいわ。言っておくけど、ここからは持久戦だから。一番確実な戦法は、私の体力が戻りきるまで逃げること。あと3日もすれば、私の規模は3割ぐらいまで回復する。それだけの出力があれば、私一人でもブローブを倒しきれる。
Dude, 3 days. 3 days is a very long time in this game. Yeah.
3日？いや、でも。
ええ。その3日間、ブローブは野放しよ。あいつは地下に潜って人間から血液を補充する。あいつ、正気が欠けていたし、姿を隠さないと教会に狙われる、なんてセオリー、頭にないのかもね。
I mean, the church is probably here as well, right? I mean, remember the teacher, Noelle? And the way she was acting, I mean? The first time we saw her? Yeah, it looks like that teacher is from the church, honestly. Like, she was no normal teacher, and the way she was talking to Shiki there, right? Something up with that.
それはダメだ。あいつはいるだけで炎を撒き散らす怪物なんだぞ。一日だって放っておけるか。
So what is gonna happen though? For example, the church finds out about Arcuade. What's gonna happen there? Are they gonna like try to fight her or what?
なら昼間のうちにブローブを見つけて殺すしかない。でもそれには反対よ。大まかな場所は目星がつくけど、睡眠中の人ほど用心深いものはないわ。今の私たちじゃ返り討ちになる可能性の方が高いもの。
そんな、奴の居場所に目星がついてるのにむざむざ見逃すっていうのか。
ええ、言ったでしょ。人間が何人ブローブの餌食になろうと私には関係のない話だって。
I swallow hard. I understand what she's saying. If we were, or if we are played it safe, or even stand a chance at all, then it's better to wait for Arcuade to recover from her wounds and regain her strength. But on the other hand, the more time we waste here, the more victims will fall right into Vlov's hands. Okay, so let us take a break here for now, but yeah, I mean, nice talk with Arcuade. Honestly, I do appreciate always this just normal conversations between characters. Sure, for this one, it's much more serious. Sorry if I keep comparing this game to like Witch and the Holy Knight, because right now those two are the ones that I played for the Type Moon, Nossiverse series, all of that stuff. But yeah, I do appreciate stuff like this. Just a normal conversations. For some reason, I kind of like it more rather than just fighting and fighting. Yeah, sure, the fighting are good or is good, but yeah, I like this talks a lot more for me personally. Like, I think for other people, they may find it like boring, right? But for me, it's very nice, especially if you get a lot of info about, let's say, the other characters, especially when Arcuade was, teaching us about vampires. That was really good. So let's see what happens next time, as I guess Shiki and Arcuade is gonna be slow and steady, I guess, while waiting for Arcuade to get stronger. 3 days is a long time, but we're gonna find out. So anyways, we're gonna continue this and do more of Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon, in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.